Halo kawan UGM, we meet again with me Kailani at Kita Bisa, Bincang Santai UGM Jakarta Campus. In this good opportunity right now, currently here I am with Miss Alexandra Apit. Hello Miss Alex or Miss Apit, can I call you?
Alex.
Alex, okay.
Yes.
How are you Miss Alex?
I'm great. It's an honor to be here, to be invited by UGM.
Thank you for your time for coming here.
Thank you as well.
Okay. A little bit explanation about Miss Alex. She is currently the account manager and taking care largely of professional services and university clients and view assets management firms. She has been with Moody's since 2015. Prior to joining Moody's, she worked in one of Philippines' largest bank as a loan officer. She graduated from Ateneo de Davao University with a degree and Bachelor of Science in Commerce, major in Management Accounting. Alright, maybe we can start the chit-chat.
Yes.
I prefer chit-chat, not conversation.
Correct.
Okay, today we're gonna talk about how financial databases in research. Miss Alex, talking about research, can you provide information related to trending academic research in the past 2 years?
Sure. I actually did my own research. What is good now is there's a lot of things that you can find in Google. So when I did my research, I found that there are 5 trending academic research in the past 2 years. I have my laptop here, my cheat code here. So the top 5 are actually the COVID-19, definitely, because after COVID, so there's a lot of research about COVID-19 and public health, research on the virus, on treatments and vaccines, as well as the public health responses. And the second one is artificial intelligence and machine learning. We can go through all that more in depth later. And also there's a lot of research about climate change and sustainability. So that is if you've heard of ESG, these are the keywords that you can hear in the industry now. And then also there's a lot of research about racial injustice and inequality. And digital transformation in education. As we all know, the education system and ways of studying and learning has changed, especially during COVID and even after that. Okay. So yeah, those are the 5 topics.
So many topics and there. Okay. Talking about artificial intelligence, it's a hot topic nowadays, right? What do you think about the AI and machine learning through climate change and sustainability?
Okay, I can actually break that down into 2 points.
Okay.
We can start with AI and machine learning first, and then we can go through ESG or climate change and sustainability. So maybe I can just talk regarding how we do this in Moody's part, because I am from Moody's. So what are our actions towards AI and machine learning, for example. As you know, Moody's, we are the provider of the Osiris database for UGM. And it's not really after COVID, but we have been exploring how to use artificial intelligence and machine learning to improve our solutions, our databases. So as a Moody's company, we do not just provide database like Osiris into academics or universities, but we also provide a lot of solutions for banks, for tax offices. So the AI and machine learning helps us to actually reduce the time for KYC assessment or risk assessment, and looking at portfolios of different banks, for example, or even for the students, when looking at financial analysis, we have tried to explore what generative AI or artificial intelligence and machine learning can do to, let's say, look at a company financial and immediately get what is the insight looking at just the company financials. Is the company doing well? Is the company not doing well? And maybe do forecast on not just the company, but if you have enough information on companies on a specific industry, then through artificial intelligence and machine learning, it will be faster to actually to understand, is there any trend or is there any effect of after COVID on the finances, for example, and then look at what is the forecast, what will happen to this industry, or what will be the potential future of this company, at least financial wise.
Okay.
And for the ESG and climate change, because as you can see what is happening now is there's a lot of things, maybe climate is changing rapidly, right? So we have earthquakes in Japan or floods I think there was a flood recently, I think in Dubai, or where was that? So a lot of things that are happening that actually affects the businesses. So for businesses and even for banks, these are things that we do not usually consider last time, but now banks and businesses will consider, because if there is a collateral of a property, last time we believe, this is a good collateral because it's a building, for example, it's a piece of land. Yes, it's a good collateral. But now we have information and data on which part of the world actually is prone to flooding or prone to earthquakes. So then the banks and the businesses can actually assess their investments better, because we have all those informations. Then if, let's say, you offer a collateral for this very good big property or a big building, but the based on all the research done, based on climate risks, climate tools that we have, it actually shows that this area, let's say in Jakarta, is not a good place because it is prone to earthquakes, for example. So there will be a higher premium, let's say, for the interest rate. So these are the things that our company is actually looking at now in terms of machine learning and AI, and also on ESG and climate risk solutions. Yes.
So that's the capabilities of AI and machine learning, climate change, and sustainability, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay. Maybe we can go to another question. Nowadays, everyone talking about digital transformations.
Yes.
What do you think about digital transformation, especially in education?
I think most of the universities last time already has adapted the use of online databases. So that's one thing. Even before COVID, it has already been adapted, like a lot of universities in Indonesia, in Asia. So it is already there. However, because of COVID happening, it has just pushed the education system to actually evolve into to really become more digitalized. So like what we are doing now, like last time, maybe there is nothing like this podcast. We don't have this, right? But due to COVID happening and now we have the concept of working from home or even studying from home. So digital transformation, it's not. It's something that is inevitable. So you cannot stop this. You just have to go with the flow, go with progress. This is part of progress. But I think there are a few things that has to be considered. For example, in an academic institution, first is technology.
Yes.
All right. How capable is the school or is the university to actually provide the technology that is needed for this kind of education? So you should have the Wi-Fi, you should have all the e-databases, the e-learning, because now books are good, but most of the students can study and
using e-books.
Correct, using ebooks, using Osiris online, using financial databases, economic databases, and all in the comfort of their house or their coffee shop. So that is one thing. But the second thing is also the educators and the school staff. How do you train them? Because, for example, the students might be good. They are familiar with Wi-Fi, with all the technologies, yes, maybe because they are younger. But majority of the schools, we all know that we also employ a lot of, older, more senior staff. So when this COVID happened, a lot of there's a shift. So from the old school books, borrowing of books and everything. Now the staff has to understand how to use, like this one. How do you record a podcast, for example, or how do you access, if you were a librarian before, you were familiar with the books and the system of how to say,
bookshelf?
Yes, correct. There's a Dewey Decimal System, I think, last time. But now is actually you need to be familiar with how do you help the students to log in online, and you need to be familiar with the databases. So the students is one thing, the university is one thing. Can you provide the needed infrastructure for the digital transformation, and can you provide enough training and the correct people, the correct staff that can actually help you with this digital transformation? Because it has to go hand in hand together. If the students are advanced but the staff cannot, is not properly trained, so there is an imbalance there. But if the staff are good in technology, the students are good, but the school cannot support this need to go with the digital transformation demand, then it's also a problem. So everything has to go hand in hand.
Okay, so the human resource is needs to learn more and more to.
Correct. It's a continuous learning process for everybody.
Okay.
Yes, but
and then finally, we can discuss about how financial database can help in research. Who should use it, and what are the benefits?
Okay. Financial research or financial databases. So like what UGM is currently subscribing now, which is Osiris. Financial database is really just one of the things, one of the factors that you can use to come up with a very good research. One thing is a financial database will help you, let's say for example, look at just one company or even look at an industry. One thing is maybe understand what is the effect of COVID, before COVID and after COVID. So how has the companies been affected? You can see that in their financials, right? If not just looking at a certain company, you can also, if you aggregate all the information of the same companies from one industry, then it can also show you whether it has a positive or a negative effect on the company or on a specific industry after COVID or before COVID. What is the differences? And this can also help, this can actually help students, definitely, banks, definitely, large corporations, to understand, because we are doing business, we are now a globalized, the world is getting smaller. We try to do business together with not just local companies, but to improve, to make our businesses bigger. We want to collaborate, do business with other companies. So the financial databases is a good way to understand who are we doing business with by just looking at the financial health, for example, of these companies. And for the students, is really, or for the schools, for academic research, is really to understand, what is the trend or what is happening in this kind of industry before or after COVID. Or you can also do forecasting or looking at, okay, based on the given historical financials and the most recent ones, but you need to combine it with other information, maybe from other databases. Then you can have a better, a more holistic type of research. So I'm saying you can just make research from financial database, but it will be best if you actually combine it with all other databases that you can find out there for a more holistic study.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not just only one, but needs two or more.
Yes, the more the better part. Yes.
Okay, so we discussed a lot today, but before we end up this event, maybe we go to another question, but this is a rapid questions.
Okay, rapid questions. I'm ready.
Okay. Pink or black?
Black.
Okay. Winter or summer?
Oh, sorry, winter.
Winter. Tea or coffee?
Coffee.
Coffee. Running or walking?
Walking, definitely.
Spring bed or mattress?
Mattress.
Okay. Sugar or salt?
Sugar.
Sugar. Powder or lipstick?
Lipstick.
Okay. The last one. Book or smartphone?
Smartphone.
Okay. Thank you so much. Okay.
Smartphone is much better than books, at least
No.
for me.
Okay. Nowadays, everyone using smartphone
Correct.
For everything. Okay.
For
Thank you so much,
everything.
Miss Alex. So before we close this chit chat and conversation, can you give us a closing statement about financial database in research?
Okay, I think for every research that we need to do, especially for business research, right? Financial data is very important. I'm like what I mentioned. It is not. It doesn't give you every information about a company or about an industry, but it gives you a lot. Not everything, but a lot for you to understand about the company or the industry. It gives you a good start for a good research.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Alex. Kawan UGM, that's our conversation today with Miss Alex. I hope all of you have a new insight from this conversation. Thank you so much and bye bye.
Bye bye.